So we had previously done a recording last week for this game, and let's just say it did not go well. We spent about 3 hours in the session, only for the game to be like, "Oh, guess what? Game over." I got so angry, I closed the program mid sentence of the first sentence in the narration of us failing the game, and then I flipped the table, and then I deleted the recording in a fit of rage. And shortly afterwards, I had attempted to do a solo run of the easiest module in the game, which is the first module, and I got fucked. I got so angry that I nuked the game completely, like it doesn't exist anymore. And then I started implementing my own homebrew rules. Oh, we will be getting a StarSkunk, yay! So we'll be having an additional player here in a moment. That also means I'm going to have to reset the whole thing.
Yeah, actually, should we start over the recording?
No, I think we'll be good. StarSkunk should be waking up here in a bit. He literally just woke up as I hit record. But
it's I don't know where he's at, but for me it's like 1 in the afternoon. StarSkunk, what are you doing?
Probably goes to bed later than you do because he doesn't work.
Oh dear.
All right, so we're just gonna talk while we wait for StarSkunk to get in here. I also there. I'm gonna be over here on the left. All right, so the way that this is going to work is actually I want to continue ranting. So we have now homebrew rules for what we're going to be doing. The homebrew rule is that I have the list right here because I've noticed that the game tends to be almost designed for you to fail more than half of the time. And I'm more interested in fun, not difficulty, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Every investigator can move up to 2 spaces for free each round, basically consider it like a move action, like in D&D. Any other movement after that has to be done with action, so basically you are able to move 2 spaces by default. Any other move is basically like you dashing. Do note that this 2 free movement spaces does not work with investigator special abilities where they gain another move action if they move and so forth, because this is a free action of movement. So keep that in clarity. At the start of the game, investigators get 1 common item of their choice from the entire deck unless you start with a common item due to a special ability. Once per entire game, you can completely ignore whatever dice roll you get to count as all successes. If you're controlling multiple investigators, it's going to be used once per investigator that entire game. So each person only has 1 mulligan. And the way I'm going to handle that is these coins will represent your mulligans. When you have it available, it'll be on heads. If you use it, flip it to tails. That way everybody knows that you have a mulligan available or not. It makes it easy for everybody to keep track of it. Final homebrew rule is any ability which allows an investigator to use on another investigator can also be used on themselves. Because it doesn't make fucking sense that they can't use it on themselves. I understand this might make the game a little bit easy, but at the same time, I don't fucking care.
We're in it for the story.
We're
in it for the story.
Yeah, we just want to know. We want to know We want to know the story. Oh, before we begin, Temu, we have another thing we have to do real quick. After this play session, me and Temu will be staying for a little bit longer. And we won't be recording that. But Temu and I are going to see if we have all of the information, every single bit of information in that ill-fated exhibit game. If if we were able to complete it successfully. If the answer is no, then that entire scenario is designed by intention to have you fail 90% of the time, which makes it a garbage scenario. I see you're playing with the freaking paper clips over there.
Hey, I gotta stim myself, okay?
So, we are back again. As you can see, we now have a new player here. We have Stink Martindale from the Game Show group here with us today. So the way this is going to work is it's going to give us the exposition of the whole sesh of the game itself, and then and then tinkering on my end. There we go. I wanted to bring it to the full screen over here, and once it gives us the exposition, then once we start setting up the game board, that is when we shall start going over our characters' backstories of what brings us in here. And if you notice, if I come back over here, notice you flip the card and it tells you your character's backstory. This F, when you have it moused over, will flip the card. Another one also do a thing, I believe is hold Alt and Shift. Flips it without actually flipping it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do things a bit differently this time. Instead of having the madness like set up on the screen, perfect. All right, so is everybody ready to play Mansions of Madness?
Ready? Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so come over here. Absolutely necessary for the peace and safety of mankind. Some of Earth's dark, dead corners. Steps be let alone. See Lovecraft at the Mountains of Madness. I really want to find and read some of H.P. Lovecraft's books. If I can find some of their audiobooks, I would love it. There we go.
The body, if it still could be called that, lays on a sterile steel table. A man in a white coat grips the sheet covering the corpse in his rubber gloves. "Brace yourself," warns Eugene Winchester, the town coroner. As he lifts the sheet, you feel the bile rise in your throat. "This one came in early this morning," Dr. Winchester says. "Police say it was a mob hit, but I cannot believe even gangsters would be so savage. I've seen 5 bodies in 2 weeks that are the result of the feud between the O'Banion and the Sheldon gangs, but nothing like this. Whoever, whatever did this must be more beast than man. It must be stopped." As you head toward Easton and the scene of the murder, you feel unease churning in your bowels. You have a feeling it will remain until your work is done.
Dun dun dun. It took place. Pop this up. Murder took place in a room at the Carmichael Hotel. 4-star hotel is located at the heart of the East Town district. It is early evening. Your taxi cab drops you at the front entrance of the hotel, where a revolving door leads into the hotel lobby. Place a lobby tile and walls is in. Because we'll keep this unlocked until I figure out which direction we're going to be coming from. Because the direction we come from will just have us facing either here, 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 or here, depending. We're there, so we're going to place this. It's hovering there. How did I manage to do that? I don't know. There we go. Yeah. You're talking to me. I cannot.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, place. We start in front of this door right here. So grab your little token guy and place them. And I did this last time. You're more than free to roleplay your character if you wish, or just call out your actions.
Okay.
Main door to lobby leads back to the street. Place an export token as indicated. God dang
I
it!
guess we'll need room. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, why is it not letting me grab? There we go.
Lock that. Lock that. Lock that.
And let's just put it in the middle of the table. Give ourselves room to grow everywhere. Oh, sorry.
This is unique for these sessions because it normally has you going one direction and locks off the way you came from.
Oh, you got it. Okay. So these
Door
tokens
to your
basically let you-
right
are
is a sign
ready
that
to-
says exit above it. Place an explore token as indicated.
Oh my goodness, computer. Behave.
Up the stairs is a door leading to some of the hotel's room. Place an explore token as indicated. Man in a rumpled tuxedo with mussed hair and unkempt mustache stands at a desk in front of you. Place a person token as indicated. This is the hotel manager. Box 6 on a table with a sign reading lost and found. Place search token is indicated. The luggage trolley could be used to block the door should the need arise. Place the barricade as indicated. Here's the same icon.
Yep.
So gather clues. This isn't find suspects in the murder case. All right, so we're gonna just go over the rules of it. So first, we're gonna take a look at the map. See here. See where these white lines are, StarSkunk? Like going like this.
Yeah.
Splitting?
Yeah. So that's one space, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Mhm.
You can only move one space into and out of those areas. If you see one of these lines, but it has little dashes, like think Morse code, like the dashes in Morse code
Yep.
instead of a straight line. If you see those, you cannot move through those.
Gotcha.
But you can see through them. So if you see a monster through those dotted lines and you have a ranged weapon, you can shoot through them. The way ranged weapons work, this also counts for spells. You can attack, you can hit anything within range up to 5 spaces away. Right, so the way that this works is that every single time that we do investigator phase, you have 2 actions that you can make use of. Like interacting with the NPC to talk to them, interacting at the door, interacting with search tokens. Those require actions to use. You only have 2 of those, but you have 2 movement for free. So we can either do this and people can go in whichever order they want, or we can have it go from left to right or right to left. How do you 2 want to do it?
Well, I think since we're kind of just getting started here and want to show Star various options, why don't Dark? Why don't you take the first turn?
Yeah. And I'd say we just go in, in each investigator turn, we just go in whatever order we want.
I like how my freaking gangster here literally looks like a country bumpkin. I know they tried to make out fedora, but that is not a fedora. That is a bull hat.